A lot of people think Reiki is a cult. And I want to say that that is not true. It's not a cult.
The way I understood Reiki works, it's science, because it doesn't require any kind of a belief system. It's not a placebo.
Reiki also has no religion. There's no religion to it. If you want to talk about it, it's like everybody wants to feel good. A, like anything else, is not magic. It takes time. B, you have to have the faith in the process, and you also have to open yourself up for this kind of things. I'm a scientist, right? And it's a very theory of physics. It is not non-scientific. It is very, and I'm a scientist, so I believe in science and all the things that go around in science, right? So Reiki, unlike a lot of other people, just to clear it in very short kind of way, like in a summary, that it is a form of science. It is not really unscientific. This is not a cult. It is science, basically. It's, at least that's what my belief or my experience had been. So when I spoke to Sanjukta, she kind of described, and it was easy for me to understand because I am a meditator. So she kind of differentiated, and she says basically the same thing. You're uplifting your energy, you're balancing your chakras that is in your body, and that's how you can opening yourself up. It's been a process. So A, like anything else, is not magic. It takes time. B, you have to have the faith in the process, and you also have to open yourself up for this kind of thing. I have become a whole different person, I feel.
Most importantly, we all three, you, me, Sanjukta, we all three studied science. So for us, everything we have to, the structure of our brain is like we digest things with logics.
Correct.
When I got connected with Reikis and everything, I was skeptic.
Correct.
Very natural thing. But the way I was getting effect, with certain time, I understood there is something more than science. And eventually I understand some science is something which is being booked by some humans. It's kind of a natural phenomenon which is booked by some humans, and we call it science. And there was many more natural phenomena. We have no clue for that, how things are happening in that way. So in that way, I understand, even me, we both understand that's the way things are working.
So what I was saying is, like, science is a very dynamic thing, right? There are a lot of aspects of science. Just because, if there is an evidence and you understand which side of the science is defined, science can be defined in many different ways. There's one way we do wet lab experiments, we hypothesize something and we prove it. That's one form of a science. Then there's also theoretical, like there are theoretical scientists, right? Like all the time they do that. Then there are physicists, different kinds of physics, different kinds of biology. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we all are functioning day to day. There are a lot of things that is happening, a lot of things we do not know. I want to give this a disclaimer. I'm not an expert of Reiki, and I don't understand 100% of Reiki. The same way, I am not an expert of meditation. I don't understand the whole, like many other enlightened people do. I don't. Beyond my professional capacity, I'm a human being. I want to live some peaceful life, and I want to be balanced. I don't want to be depressed. I want to be happy. So for that, you need some basic nuggets, right? So if you understand the basics of it, that your body, you're functioning in this world by different dimensions. There are different dimensions of our existence. One being your energies. What is this energy? So if you understand that energy, electrical field, and how you can balance it, because my goal is simple. I'm not I'm not trying to achieve something. So my thing is that I want to be happy. I want to live a happy and balanced life.
Yeah.
In order to do that, I feel Reiki and meditation has helped me in achieving it. There are many levels of other levels of existence and other dimensions. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people think Reiki is a cult. And I want to say that that is not true. It's not a cult. It's basically energy-based, you can call it an energy-based exercise. For my mom, when I first explained this to her, this was my explanation. See, she's also a scientist, but this is how I explained. I said, Mom, are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling depressed? What are those things? Are emotions. how our emotions are regulated through the energy in our body. How do you uplift the energy so that your emotions are regulated in a way you're happy versus going down? For example, alcohol is a depressant. When you drink alcohol, people eventually will get depressed. The same way, meditation is an uplifter. You meditate, you feel lighter, your energy is uplifted. The same thing is Reiki. So I'll just keep it there. So I'm very, very happy, content. I'm learning now. I completed my part 1. I'm doing part 2. So I'm very happy.
Lovely. And I'll be ending with one understanding of mine, because I work with people. Whatever we understand, it's okay. But when we got calls from clients and who don't know nothing about Reiki, they just heard about term Reiki. Now it's kind of a marketing term, Reiki, energy healings and everything. They just want to connect and understand how it's gonna help. For my own understanding, being a man of science, the day I understood Reiki works, it's science, because it doesn't require any kind of a belief system. It's not a placebo, because
exactly.
there was many cases where we got client where that individual don't know anything about Reiki. They don't know anybody is doing healing on them. Some of the family member connected us, given a consent. With their consent, through their photograph and the name, we are connecting that individual, doing their healing, probably for some kind of emotional problem. After a week time, that family member connect us, give that feedback that my mom is doing wonderful after a week time. That very day, I understand this is nothing more than a science, because there is no belief system required. That lady don't know anything about Reiki, don't know anything about somebody who is sending energies or anything, but there was a good change on.
Talking about belief system, Reiki also has no religion. There's no religion to it. If you want to talk about it, it's like everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to feel lighter. I mean, you take the richest person in this world and you take the poorest person in this world. Everyone wants to feel lighter. And I think that is the first thing I might have told Sanjukta as well. Or I told you, I can't remember. I think I said that I feel I have achieved a lot in my life. I have a loving family, a loving husband. I have a lot in my life. But I think I said this, that why do I feel like crap? I don't want to feel like this. It doesn't matter what I achieve. I feel like there's something missing. Oh my God, this concept of FOMO, it's a thing these days, right? You'll hear it in social media. Fear of missing out, which creates fear and insecurity in people, which creates a lot of mental health issues, a lot of suicidal thoughts, a lot of depression in our society, loneliness. All of this is if you heal the energy, if you meditate, if you do energy healing, whatever, this kind of Reiki. I'm sure there are other energy healing things.
There are many more energy modalities. Yeah.
I'm talking about this because this is what I came across and it has been very helpful in my life. I definitely feel lighter. I definitely feel content more. I'm not saying that I will not get depressed. I will, but I can switch back very quickly. I exactly have a switch on, switch off button. When I'm hurting somewhere, now that I've learned the part 1 of Reiki, I can do it on myself. So when I'm hurting, I was just telling Sanjukta that, my eye was hurting a couple of weeks ago. It's still hurting a little bit. I can just put my hand and I mean, there's a process obviously to it, not just put your hand on it, but there's a process to it.
Absolutely.
So I can feel better. So there's a lot of things in Reiki which has been super helpful in my life. So that's all I'll say. I'm extremely happy client and happy to continue with Rainbow Miracle. It's been really great.
Importantly for me, this feedback was very, very important, because I wanted to have something from somebody, specifically some scientist who is practicing in US, and I wanted to understand her viewpoint on Reiki or on energy healing, which is not booked properly. So that's what I intend for, and you have well explained everything. Thank you so much.
Of course. It's my pleasure.